So today we are offering 4 incredibly fun ways to review content in your training. You could use these as exercises or as a summary of content. And in true trainer fashion, we'll debrief each one, each game before we move on to the next one. They're a lot of fun. I learned a lot as I was working on the 2 that I will be showing you. The first one is an escape room. Mm-hmm. So while this is loading up, it'll load. While this is loading up, I just want you to know that we're going to show it in the presentation mode. And the reason, or not in the presentation mode to start with. And the reason we're doing that is I want you to show you how to make it. So we'll put it in the presentation mode in just a second. So this is what you saw as I was making it. So these are the different slides on the side. And every icon you see on this page is just from PowerPoint. This is nothing. I didn't import anything from any fancy website. This is simply the icons from PowerPoint. If you've ever made a PowerPoint, you can make this game that I'm just getting ready to show you. So the windows that you see to the left, they're just individual icons that I lined up. And you can import and change things around. I made this example to be super simple. I left it open so that it could give you an idea of what you could do. So you'll look at this and be like, this is so simple. Yes, because I want you to dream about what you could do to be more. So let's play. So let's go into, yes. So here we are, and we're going to go to the start button. Uh-oh, trainer. You thought you were ready. I'm the training gremlin to make you unsteady. If you do not guess the phrase in 5 minutes or less, your training plan is mine and your day will be a mess. I thought that up all by myself, you guys. Okay, so what you see here is very simple. Your training plan is locked up. You have a banner that says, click here to solve, or you have clicked, this little icon takes you back to the training room. So you're not going to solve because we don't have any of the puzzle pieces yet. So we're going to go back to the training room. So here we are at the training room, and you'll see a lot of these little icons are just for decoration. See, we have like the little boards, the clock, but the keys, you have the comfort zone, the parking lot. This other one is just the participant table, the trainer's table. Those are all actual where we're going to get our clues. So let's go in the chat and we'll let just whoever wants to, someone tell me where you want to go. Do you want to go to the trainer's table, the participant table, the parking lot, the comfort zone? Where do you want to go find a clue? Parking lot. 2 brains are better than 1. Provide a place for participants to post ideas, reactions, and suggestions. So as you can see, we're in a training room, and since it looks like we're reviewing content from FET, doesn't it? How do we set up a training room? Okay, so obviously there's one word that's in red. So you might want to consider remembering that word or writing that word down. Do we want to go back to the training room, or do you want to try to guess? You guys have to talk me through. Oh, you want to guess? Okay, Molly wants to guess. So hit the gremlin. Go to click here to solve. A 4-word phrase. Pick the first word. Someone has to guess it in the chat. If. Not it. Nope. Back to the training room. Okay, so let's go to another spot. Where do we go? Someone type in, we already went to the parking lot. So where else will we go? Comfort zone. Always consider what trainings may need. Water, supplies, make a comfort zone. Do we want to guess or do we want to go back to the training room? Training room. Okay, we've been to the parking lot and the comfort zone. We have 2 words. Where are we going? Are we going to the participants table? At every table, prepare for the day. Some participants will draw, some will make paper birds while they listen and learn. Okay. Make is the word there. Back to the training room or back to the gremlin? In the chat, do you want to try to guess or do we want to go back to the training room and do the last clue? Training room. Back to the training room. Okay, where's the last place we need to go? Let's see, we've been to the participants table, the comfort zone, the parking lot. Now we need the trainers table. That's right, Becky, trainers table. Participant lists, copies of ECC, TRIS sign-in sheets. Be prepared for every situation. Create a toolbox with cords, scissors, tape, and everything you might need. Water for the trainer, cough drops, tissue, specific training materials, extra name tags, business cards. Okay, you guys got it? Are you ready to solve it?
Yeah, we have a guess in the chat. So
okay, let's go to the gremlin. Okay, let's click to solve. Always make 2 copies. Always make 2 copies of your training plan. Okay, trainer, you win. Woo! Good job, Becky. And we'll hit back. And then we will go to debrief this. So now if you would like, you can unmute yourselves if you want to talk, or we can go ahead and use our annotate, which is kind of an easier way if you want to write kind of the advantages and cautions, or you can go ahead and yes, Stacy, you did good. All of you did a great job. So there's a couple ways. If you would rather speak, you can also chat, or you can annotate on the screen of your advantages and cautions to using this as a kind of a review.
The annotate tool is up top by screen sharing. If you need a reminder about that, it's a pencil tool. If you click that, there's a text tool underneath that you can use.
Yeah, it is a fun way to review and it's really engaging. It's flexible. It could be hard for those using mobile phones. Yeah. Yeah, it's more fun than interactive, more fun than lecturing. Yeah. Yeah, it's engaging. Some may participate more than others. True. You know, yeah. And if you're not as fast typing, you might not feel like you get to be a part of it so much because you're not as fast. Like I'm not very fast typing. So fast typers get to answer quicker. Yeah. Another way you can do this that we did not do is you could actually send it if no one participates, right? You could send it out to everyone in a breakout room and let them all go through it themselves and come back and talk about it. You don't have to do it as a group. Yeah. Yeah. So this, what I want to tell you about this, we don't have time. I only have another minute or so left on the escape room debrief or the escape room, but I want to tell you something. This was a cinch to create. It's a simple matter of links. It's a matter of linking a picture to another picture. It's just linking. So easy. And at the end, Julie and I have time that we've set aside to share with you all, so that, because we want you to understand how to do this. If you're interested, there's other games you can play that you can create, knowing how to make links. This was so easy and so simple. I could do it. And I am the least techie person I know in my life when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, and I'm paired up with the most techie person I know with my life, which is Julie. So, all right. And that brings me to Julie. She's going to show us board games.
Yes, we are going to do a board game. I'm going to click and show you it for a second, and then I'm actually going to send you into breakout rooms to play, but I'm going to show you what you're going to encounter before you go. So when I'm going to put this link in the chat, when it comes up, it's going to ask you to make a copy. So one person in your room needs to make a copy and share their screen in your room with your small group, so you can all see the board to play together. All right. So when this comes up, you'll click make a copy, and it'll take a second. And this is a trainer regulation review game. So it's all questions about the trainer eggs. There's an instruction slide on the second slide here. So one person shares in present mode. Everybody pick a stamp with annotate to be your piece on the board. So you're going to mark your piece on the board with annotate. One person will present. There is, in this game, there's dice here. So whoever's sharing screen presses, and then whoever's turn it is, just tell them when to stop. And that'll determine how many spaces you move. And then you click on that space to get the clue to answer. If you get it right, roll again. If you get it wrong, move on to the next person. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to send you to breakout rooms, and then I will send you all the, well, I'll give you the link first, and then I'll send you to breakout. Hey guys, you said you needed help.
We just don't have access.
Did you click the second chat link I sent?
I don't know.
We don't have anything in our chat.
Oh, okay. Well, let me, it's the last thing I pasted. So maybe, yep, it's still there. All right. Click on that.
All of us click on that.
One person who's going to share the screen needs to click on
Whoops, not me.
that. Can be anyone.
I guess I will.
Okay. I'll
One
stay here
second
till you get it up just to make sure.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. All right. Can everybody see?
Yep.
All right. And we just do like slideshow.
Yep, hit slideshow top right. See where the button is?
Up here.
Yep, just hit that.
Sorry, the participant view is in my thing. All right.
There you go.
So who's going first?
Mary's at the top of my screen.
Yeah, mine too.
All
All right, Mary, you ready?
Okay. I'm ready. I chose that little star as my piece.
All right,
Oh,
tell me
where
when to
do we
stop.
do that?
Stop.
So you're gonna move 6.
In the annotate section. So when you do view options, you can choose. I just chose stamp and I chose the star.
All right, so number 6. Well,
I think, oh, wait.
hold on a
Oops.
minute. Thanks, no. Number 6. There you go.
Every 3 years.
Backside every 3 years. Yay.
I only know it because I just renewed it.
I'm not due till next year. All right. Awesome. So you left your stamp. You get to roll again, right? Because you get to go again. Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
2. Space number 8.
I'll get rid of that one.
Face-to-face courses may be repeated how often?
Oh, goodness. Guess as much as you want.
Yeah.
As long as you have a different audience, I'm guessing.
Every training year.
Oh, Julie to the rescue.
Try that. Sorry.
All right, so Julie, do we each do it?
One person needs to open it for all of you. So whoever's going to share their screen. Well, here.
You want to stay and play with us?
Yeah, I may. Actually, I was like, I can do that. So apparently one of the debriefing thing is next time I need to have somebody picked for each room and prepped to do this. All right, so let me.
That's all right. I was just saying, I love when the tech person has a little hiccup because it makes me feel like we're all
Yeah.
human and we all get it. So don't.
We're not as stupid as we
All
think
right.
we are.
So here we go. You see it now?
Yes.
There it is.
All right. I'm going to move the chat and stuff off of it. And then if I click just slideshow. All right, now everybody pick one of under annotate, pick a stamp to be your piece. There's an arrow, a check mark, an X, a star. Pick something and make a mark on the start to be your piece.
On start.
On start, yeah.
Somebody else
Everybody-
is the question mark. All right, I will undo mine.
Now tell me what I need to click to, do I just like click arrow?
Basically, like since I'm the one who has my screen up, let's see. Stacy's the first one on my list. So Stacy, tell me when to stop. I will start the dice for you. You just tell me when to stop.
Did I put a thing on there? I don't know how to put the annotate on there.
To annotate, okay, up top where it says Julie is sharing her screen, there's like a pen.
Okay, so that is not on mine. Let's see.
Or I can mark it for you if you want.
Okay, you can do that.
Let's see. Stamp. What haven't we used? How about the star is you?
Yeah, she's a
Okay.
star.
Oh,
All right.
thanks.
All right. So I'm going to press to start the dice and you tell me when to stop it.
Okay.
Tell me when
Stop.
to stop. 6.
Lucky.
Yay.
All right. So I'm going to annotate you on 6. And then we're going to click on 6 and see what your clue is. How often do trainers' credentials need to be renewed?
Every 5 years.
Every 3 years.
Oh,
All right.
Don't let it expire.
Don't let it expire.
That totally happened to me.
Oh.
Now we know why.
I know. I had 5 in my head.
All right. So let's see. And we're going to close, go back to the start. And Linda, your turn. You tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. 2. So make a mark on 2 with whatever your annotate is. Okay. And let's click on 2 and see what your question is. Trainings must be a minimum of how many clock hours?
1.
Good job.
Correct. All right. You get to spin again.
Oh, cool.
All right. You ready? And
I'm ready. Stop.
1.
1,
So make a mark on 3.
3.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're moving.
'Cause
I
you're
see
moving.
what
You
you
were on
mean.
2, you're moving to 3. and then we
Gotcha,
click.
math lesson.
Credentialed trainers must enter credit into ECE-TRIS how long after the training day?
You better get it entered before the 10th day or you're on a list.
10 days. Woohoo. All right, you spin again. All right, here we go. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go.
Stop.
And 2.
So we
So
go to
make a mark
5.
on 5. Free pass. And the correct answer is you get to spin again. All right. Here we go.
Stop.
3, 6, 7. That would be 8.
8.
And face-to-face courses may be repeated. How often?
I've never seen anything in the regulation that said I can't do a face-to-face course more than once or twice or 3 times.
Every training year. There's a rule with
Oh, you
online
mean
courses
by the
now.
participant?
Yes,
You mean by the participant,
participants.
not by the trainer?
Right.
Oh,
Because
I
they've
wasn't
limited
thinking.
online courses now. So, but
Oh,
face-to-face don't
absolutely.
have those limits.
Absolutely, but I was
Do they
thinking in
get
terms
free
of a
roll if
trainer.
They know what that one is, Julie?
Huh?
Do they get a free roll if they know what the
That might
online
be another
answers?
question on the board. So I don't want to give that one away
Oh.
just yet.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's 5 years, by the way.
It is. You're correct. Welcome back, everyone.
Yay.
Thank you.
So hopefully everyone eventually got to play the game. Apparently my link sharing needs some improvement after, I was advertised as the techie person. The techie person had problems today. It happens. So debrief, advantages, cautions. You can annotate or type in the chat.
I think we need to share it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I had shared in the other room, so I need to go back and restart. Here we go.
I'll say we had a great time in breakout room 3, Julie.
Yeah.
And yes, it was, I think we thought it was a very fun game and a lot of good facts to review.
Awesome.
I did jump into breakout room 3 and spy on you guys. They were having fun.
Good.
We had some trouble, but we didn't get the link until late, I think, and then we didn't really read the first page of directions to be able to know whether or not you roll first or whether or not you answer the question first and then move, and which question you were supposed to answer.
Okay. So maybe more of a demonstration of directions or how the game works before you send people out.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea. In the chat, it says it was a good game. Not all the attendees could or would participate. It was fun. It might be difficult for people who are not Zoom savvy.
Once team 1 figured out what we were doing, it was fun. We didn't have enough time at that point then, but I think everybody got a turn, so that was good.
Yeah. And in a training, we'd probably give longer time for a game like this, but because of the nature of us having an hour and 4 games today, that's why we limited time. But that was a template that I got that I just customized. The link to the template will be within the Trainer Connection online community. So you can customize this and use it yourself if you wanted to. But literally all I had to go was basically go edit the slides just like it was a PowerPoint and add the questions and the answers. Like all the linking back and forth was all there. The video with the dice were there. Everything else was already a part of that. So I know a lot of times the closing section of a training can be shortchanged, but one of the ways you can, like, it's supposed to be 25% of training time, but a lot of times it ends up shorter. One of the ways you can spend more time reviewing content is to use one of these games. Now I'm going to pass it off to a very low tech game now after we played this high tech game to Candace. And she is gonna show us some Pictionary. Let me move this so I can. All right.
Okay.
Clear.
Thank you. While you're clearing that. So some of you may be, maybe that was a little high tech for you. And in all honesty, don't be afraid of some of our tech, because Julie and I are literally pulling so many things that we have to run on this platform that it can complicate it because we have so many things coming in. It's really not that complicated if you're pulling one thing in, but we're pulling in a lot of things. So Pictionary, this is simply just a shape that I dropped in out of PowerPoint. It's just a shape, that's all. So we are going to play Pictionary, and it'll again be a trainer review. And so if you will, go to your reactions button, which for me It's the bottom of my screen. I don't know where your reaction button is. And you can raise your hand if you would like to be someone who draws. And let me see if I can see that. Does anyone want to try to raise your hand? Will I see them raise their hand? Okay, Jamie, I think raised her hand. Let me see. Jamie Lester. Okay, so if I can see if I can, there, I'm going to direct message Jamie what the word is. And then Jamie, if you could use the draw, then you can draw it. And everyone else, we can chat it to see if we can, and I'll just yell it out. And so Jamie, I'm going to send this to you.
I am so nervous.
Are you so nervous? No, what's fun?
I'm waiting on the message.
Okay, here it comes. It is. Make sure it's just a direct message. All right. So I'm watching the chat.
And I go to reactions.
I'm watching the chat. So we're going to answer in chat for when he starts to draw.
Does he use annotate, Candace, to
Yes.
draw?
Yeah, he'll use
Yeah.
annotate to draw.
Mm,
How are you doing, Jamie? Are you able to draw it
I'm-
on there?
I'm good. I'm looking for what it annotate to use.
Okay.
And I guess I can change it around.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. So this is the most low-tech thing. You could actually ask a question here and okay, somebody start guessing.
Water.
Waves, ocean. Oh, someone said it.
Whoever said
Water.
water.
Becky, did you say water? Now, Becky,
Becky.
you have a choice. Do you want to be the next person to draw, or should I take someone who wants to volunteer? and
I
raise
will
their
let somebody else have a turn.
hand? Okay. So let's
Can
see.
I pick somebody?
Or Jamie, do you want to pick someone?
Yes.
All right, Jamie.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't have to pick anybody.
Okay, let's see if we have someone raise their hand again.
Yeah.
In reactions. Stacy raised her
Stacy
hand.
raised her hand.
Okay, let's go over here, type a message to Stacy. Let's see. Type a message. All right, Stacy. So I am sending you the word. And obviously these words, these are really simple, but this is just meant for you to see how easy this can be and what you can do. You could definitely review content in a much better way than this. Things you should have in your training room. Go, Stacy. You guys can unmute yourself if you want to. It might make it a little bit easier.
Timer. Clock.
Clock. You got it. Okay. Okay, who is next? Someone raise your hand. We'll just do one more so we stay on time. Two participants raised your hand. Let's see who's got their hand up. Elizabeth. All right, Elizabeth, you were the first one. See if I can DM you. Okay, Elizabeth Singleton. I think I got the right. Did you raise your hand, Elizabeth?
I did.
Okay. I want to send it to the wrong person. Okay, this is the last one. This is the hardest one we've had so far.
Oh, great.
I know. And unmute if you would like to play if you'd like to guess. Look at her face. She's like,
Extension
Extension
cord.
cord.
wow.
At the
Nice
same
job,
time.
Sharon. Yes, extension cords. All right, let's go ahead and debrief this one. You guys were awesome and good sports.
All right, let me clear.
So
And-
how easy was that, you guys? I just totally just dropped a shape there and wrote Pictionary above it. So if you want to debrief verbally and you're tired of using your fingers and drawing, go ahead and come on. If you still want to draw and use your fingers, you're fine to do that. Super easy. Even I did it. Jamie, good job. Emily, super easy. Love this one. Nice drawing, everyone. Bridget says we have talented artists. Good guess at the USB, Linda. Extension cords, yep. Everybody loves to draw. Now, you could use this a little more, you know, imagine a training where you could use this a little more complicated than what I just did. I hope that you think about the trainings that you do and the kind of things that you're training, and you can think of how you could use these games for you. I kept both of mine, both around your training room, obviously. So I don't have any advantages or cautions. You guys must love this so much that you're like, this is great. Let's just do it. It's all advantages.
All right, well, if we don't have anything else, I guess we'll move to our final game. You will notice that you have been renamed with a number after your name. The number after your name is the team you will be on for Jeopardy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and open up Jeopardy Labs. This is my favorite tool for Jeopardy. It's super easy to make it. I'll show you after we play for a bit. So you can set any number of teams or no teams if someone was just reviewing by themselves. We set up 3 teams today, so we are going to continue and let's see. So we have organizing your content, training types, training modifications, training structure, and ways to deliver content. This is all information from FET 370 for those of you who have taken it. So team 1, someone from team 1, where do you want to start?
$200, I'm sorry, 200.
200 for which category?
Organizing your content.
Okay. An application that can give you the framework to house, deliver, and track all of your training content. Remember, this is about online content. Any guesses, team 1?
Bethany says ECE Tris.
All right. And let's spacebar and see. LMS. We talked about that in 370. LMS stands for Learning Management System. So no points. And team 2. Where would you like to go?
Training types for 200.
Training types for 200. Forms of education, instruction, and learning that occur at different times and in different places and may be accessed individually by trainees.
Asymmetric.
Close.
Asynchronous.
Asynchronous. Yes.
Asynchronous learning. Woohoo! Team 2, 200 points on the board. All right. And team 2, go again.
Elizabeth says I'm going to need my afternoon coffee before playing.
Yeah.
Let's do training modifications for 200.
Training modifications for 200. All right. Written copy that appears in place of an image on a web page if the image fails to load on a user's screen. This text helps screen reading tools describe images to visually impaired readers and allows search engines to better crawl and rank your website.
Ooh.
Give you a hint, it starts with the letter A. Any guesses, team 2?
Was it annotate?
No, it is not annotate. It is alt text. Alt for alternative text. All right, so we'll move on to team 3. Where would you like to start, team 3?
That was a good guess.
Mhm.
Can we do ways to deliver content for 200?
Ways to deliver content for 200. Text for participants to read, handouts to read or complete, articles or checklists that participants use as part of the course.
Is
Is it course content?
Yes. What kind of content is it?
Mhm.
Is it video or is it
No.
Written.
Written content?
Sorry.
written content? Yeah. Team 3. Woohoo. All right. Team 3, go again.
Training structure for 200?
Uh-huh. Information presented to participants in a training section.
What is content? Core content?
Correct. It's content.
Go Molly.
All right. Team 3, go again. You're on a roll.
You do training types for 400?
Okay. Forms of education, instruction, and learning that occur at the same time in real time, but they may or may not be in the same place.
Hybrid?
No, not hybrid. And it is synchronous. Synchronous learning happens at the same time, but it might not be in the same place. Like we're on a synchronous call right now. All right. And realize this is harder because you haven't gone through this content right now. If you were in a training, this would be things you'd probably already like just reviewed.
I was just going to point that out that like they haven't gone over this forever.
Probably a year and a half or whenever the course came
Or
out. For a lot of
5,
people. So
or 5 or 10.
I was going to say for me, it's been more like 10.
Yeah.
This is content review that you would be doing after you just took the training. So
right. So maybe I think you guys get a sense of how this works. The scoring being built in is really nice. I'm going to show you real quick if I can. Back to the menu. Editing this is super easy. You literally can click in the square and type your question in your answer. Like it's that easy to make a game. So if you've already created your content, you could just sit and go through your content and have a game in 30, 40 minutes easily. You decide what the point values are on the side. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. You can just type in to add your categories. And this actually can be embedded in an online web page too, if you needed to do that, in addition to just showing on your screen like this. So I'm going to exit and we can debrief this. I know we didn't spend as much time on that, but I also don't want to make us try to answer questions that most of you probably aren't top of mind because that's not a lot of fun. So advantages and cautions to Jeopardy. Yes, it is free. Like making the games is free. If you want to keep the games private, there's like a $20 lifetime fee that you can pay. And then you can also add video and image clues as well as text.
Oh, you can add video clues?
You can add video clue if you pay the $20 once, like it's a lifetime thing, not a yearly thing, then yes, you can add video clues and image clues as well.
Huh.
Yeah. It doesn't move as quickly to include more people. That is true. Yep.
Is
We
this
get a
one
link
that you,
for that? Yes.
is this one you can send to people and to do individually too? Or is this, can
You
someone play
could,
this
if
by
they wanted to
themselves?
use it to review that no teams option. If you start it with no teams, it just lets you individually go through and answer questions and like use it as if they were kind of like flashcards.
Okay. And does it need an internet connection to play? I'm asking questions from the chat.
Yes, it does need an internet connection to play.
Okay.
Will you get the link for that? Yeah, I will give you the website for that. It's Jeopardy Labs, all one word.
She just put the link in the chat, everyone. If you want that, it's jeopardylabs.com.
And that'll be on the Trainer Connection webpage for this session too. But virtually the teams don't have time to discuss before submitting an answer. That's true.
I would think if you were using this in person, you could have your team sit together and you could still do it, you know, up on your screen.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
Kind of have like a hybrid thing going on there and you could still do it. But you could have this embedded, right? Can you embed something like this into?
Yes.
Could you embed this? Yes.
You can embed this. Yep. Any other questions about this one or observations? All right. All right. So are there other games that you guys would like to share that you have used for content review that are fun?
I think they're so blown away with all the fun we've had. I hope that everyone has got their minds spinning about what they could do with these different games, like how they could twist them around their content. Can anyone throw out like a topic that they would train on that we could throw some ideas out for them? Does anyone have like a training they have coming up or something that they would train on?
I'm working on a training for science, using science as nutrition. Your body is science.
Your body is science. Is that what you said?
Yes.
I think Jeopardy would be, you could use any of these games for that.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Like all of these games, I could see any one of these. Oh, up on, imagine escape room. You're stuck inside somebody's body. Like, how do I get out? You're a virus stuck in a body.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. You could draw like an outline, you know.
Virus could be any shape. Even I could draw that.
Yeah, there are shapes already in there. So yeah.
Oh, even better.
Let's see. In face-to-face, I use bingo to review. I've used a Family Feud game, Cahoots. Oh, maybe a training on how to use the environmental rating scale.
Mm-hmm.
Molly, which one of these would you use for that, do you think? Which one of these do you think the board game would be better for the environmental rating scale?
I think the board game was so fun. I mean, of all the games we've played today, the the board game, I think was just so interesting. And I think I would put it in teams of like 2, because if you landed on a number that someone else had that number, then you wouldn't be able to have unless you had another backup question. So you could do it in 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the beginning of an icebreaker, test your knowledge,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and do it
Yeah.
at just teams.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a lot of fun. You can see how much fun you can have with the games, the different games. Yeah.
And it felt like time went really fast today. Like I know at the end of the training, sometimes people are dragging. So doing a game might help perk the group up to finish strong, which also leaves them with a good impression of you and your training, like right before they walk out, like, hey, that was fun. We had fun. Because I know going to trainings on a Saturday when you work 5 days a week, or going at night when you're tired, like ending with something fun would certainly be an advantage.
Yeah. You have people that are like, oh, I don't want to play a game, but those same people get all caught up in it. So they do. So you just have to read your people, figure out what kind of games they would like. Would they like to draw? Are they competitive? If they're very verbal, if it's a verbal group, maybe you want to do Pictionary. So you just figure out who you're training, who you're talking to. Yep. What do we have, Julie?
Let's see. Yep, we have moved to doing trainer connections every other month. So the next trainer connection will be March 28th. You will see more information come out about that, both on our Facebook and Instagram, and from your training coach as we get closer to the date. And then board game office hours. This was Candace's idea, which I thought was great. If you want help implementing one of these board games, we set some office hours for February 9th where we'll be on a call and you can come ask us and share screen if you need tech help setting it up, or if you need ideas or brainstorming help. So we ask that you do sign up for that, just so we know that there are people coming. Yeah, we've got that set up February 9th from 12 to 2. Do you have any other questions about anything we did today or using games in general?
We want to help you use these tools. So, you can email either one of us, and if those hours don't work for you, we will still figure it out for you. So Julie and I are both willing to help you get those off the ground, those trainings. They're very easy to put together. So let us know. And that little QR code just takes you to a Qualtrics, and all it says is, what game would you like help with? And what's your name and contact information? So that just lets us know that you're interested. That's it. Or you can email us the same information on our emails. You can email us the same information like, hey, I would like help. This is who I am. Oh, we'd love to help your CDA classes. That's fine. Great. Love to help, Bridget. Glad to help.
Well, that's all we have for today. So if you have other questions, we're going to hang around for a little bit. Otherwise, thank you for coming, and I hope to see some of you at the office hours.